What's up, everybody? I want to talk about a lot of stuff in boxing right now, but we'll just address De La Hoya making these videos, these short videos, commenting on Shane Mosley. If you don't know, Shane Mosley is fighting again. This is crazy. De La Hoya was just basically dissing him, saying, he'll buy out the arena, basically insinuating that he feels bad for Mosley. He talks a lot of junk about De La Hoya because he wants to fight him for money. But it looks like that De La Hoya is basically saying Shane Mosley is basically fighting because he needs the money, and it's pretty pathetic and sad. Wow, Shane Mosley, I never thought I'd see him back in the ring. I looked at the video. These guys need to stop. I mean, can't this man get a commentating job worth a damn on a good network? Someone hire him. I don't know what he's doing right now, but he doesn't need to be in there fighting. De La Hoya, a lot of those videos, I'll tell you straight up, they're scripted. You can just tell, especially if you're an actor or you took acting classes, you just know he's acting, or he's or reading off like ChatGPT printed paper. I think it's all about views. Maybe he's got a contract with someone and he's doing these videos, or he's just having fun, whatever. But it's not a stream of consciousness. A lot of those videos, they're him, and they're scripted. You could just tell the way his delivery, everything. So anyway, I think that I want to go into this Bivol fight real quick with Beterbiev and just break this down real quick. Really interesting matchup, but again, I'm going to just tell you who I think is going to win in none of this 50-50 junk. I think Bivol's going to win. I think he's the better fighter. I think the Canelo fight really showed what he's capable of, and he's 33 years old, whereas Beterbiev is 39. That's a big deal. And who did Beterbiev fight? One fight that sticks out in my mind was that, I forget the guy's name, Joe, whatever, the guy from Long Island. He was a construction worker who had a title, but he took him out early. The guy was kind of crude. I'm not going to lie, he was kind of crude. He had a lot of power. So I think that Beterbiev, he has a puncher's chance for sure. I mean, he's going to earn it. If he lands it and knocks Bivol out, that's the way he needs to win the fight. I think that if it's a boxing match, which Bivol should definitely utilize his skills, his ring intelligence, I think the truth's going to come out during the fight that Bivol is a hell of a lot better fighter than Beterbiev. Beterbiev's going to put the pressure on early, but at 39, how much longer can you go at 39? So we'll see what happens. He could catch him early, and it could be over quick. It could be Bivol being beaten. I'm wrong, and big deal. It's a sport. That's what makes it fun. But I just think that Beterbiev is going to lose. Arthur's just not. He's not that great where he can go in there at 39 and beat a really, really good high IQ fighter like Bivol. Bivol is nice, and I don't see how he's going to win this fight other than just catching him and just knocking him out early. He's got to go for the knockout. It's got to be devastating, and we'll see what happens with that. And as for Joshua, I just want to touch on that. Anthony Joshua should not be fighting ever again. Dubois is just going to wreck him. He never recovered. Of course, preaches to the choir if you're a boxing fan, like with Andy Ruiz. He never recovered from that first shot, obviously. And we'll see what happens if there is a rematch. If he does go through with it, I think he should just retire, actually, because he's just not in the upper echelon of boxing, like the elite fighter. Joshua was always just short of that, and there was a lot of hype behind him, and we saw him get exposed, if you will, in the Andy Ruiz fight way back when he was still younger. Now he's in his mid-30s. What is he, 36? And Dubois in his 20s. Give me a break. Shouldn't be fighting him ever again. Usyk taking over. Usyk is brilliant, no doubt about it. Tyson Fury rematch, if they do it, he's going to have his hands full. The first fight was close, but you got to give it to, in my opinion, Usyk deserved the win, and he got the win there. And we'll see what happens in the rematch. But I think Tyson Fury is getting older and older by the second. And again, I think Usyk is the better fighter, and it's really close. At this stage of the game, he's younger. I think he's younger, right? I think he's younger, and it's going to be real good. I'm not looking at any notes or anything like this. Totally stream of consciousness, like I'm talking to a friend about boxing at a Starbucks. So what else do we got? We got, which I couldn't believe, Devin Haney and his dad suing Ryan Garcia. I can tell you right now, throw that lawsuit out. I thought they discovered something, or if they had some evidence or something. Okay, so what are they saying? The accusations are, I just skimmed through the headline real quick. Peds, they're saying he had a cheating advantage. But if you're going to sue for that, then you got to open up the books. And if they get a lawsuit win on that, then people could open up the books and just start suing for anything of boxing. This guy tested this and whenever date, and then it's ridiculous. Let's overturn decision wins and stuff like this. I think wasting your time and money, you're going to throw that lawsuit. It's got to be thrown out. It's just ridiculous. What do I know? But I just think it's ridiculous. I think that, Devin Haney right on his channel, I'm right a lot. I was definitely wrong. You got to be honest. That's the thing. When you're wrong, you're wrong. It's just a sport. It's just about fun, right? So I thought Devin Haney would never. I didn't see that coming. I didn't think he would lose to Ryan Garcia. I don't even know if I made the prediction of that fight on his channel, but I thought that it was just wow. Like, you can't make excuses about weight and stuff like this. He got beat. He got knocked down. He didn't recover. He got soundly beat. It was just a one-sided fight. The lawsuit makes them look silly. They shouldn't do it. It shouldn't be like, it just makes Haney look bad and his dad look bad. They should just suck it up, move on, forget about it. Have Haney go back in there, take a fight that they know where he's going to get a win, and then go in for a big fight, because Haney's still got a lot of talent. He's got a lot of skill. But we'll see what happens, how he bounces back from a loss and bounces back from being really hurt. He was really hurt in that fight. So we'll see what happens with that. Just going back to these fighters that are fighting now, like these exhibition bouts, I think they're really, back in the day, it was done, but not at this level. Now it's like these guys are making careers like Floyd Mayweather off of these fights in their 50s or almost 50, way beyond their years. And someone's going to get hurt at some point, and it's not going to be pretty. I just think that it's silly. I think it diminishes boxing. And I think also the whole Jake Paul, the YouTube fighters, that diminishes boxing. It just makes boxing look really weak, and it just waters it down. It's really bad for the sport. These guys are making a lot of money off a whole new audience. Most of these people are not boxing fans. They're like kids watching boxing for their YouTube or TikTok or whoever star versus an actual old fighter that has somewhat of a name still. I just think it's just really, it sucks. It stinks. I don't like it as a boxing fan. I just think that a lot of this stuff is just garbage. Floyd Mayweather fighting this Gaddy guy again. Who is buying this trash? Because if people wouldn't buy it, the promoters or whoever's paying Floyd wouldn't put up the money for it. So there's a market for it. But yeah, there's a market for everything. There's a market for things that you might not like. But it's just, boxing is just being, tarnished. It just stinks. I don't like it. Anyway, so if you're looking for a prediction, I want to go back to the Beterbiev fight. I don't think it's a 50-50 fight. It's going to be really good. It's got a guy with a lot of power who's aging, who's almost 40, and he's fighting fighting a guy who looks like he's 20-something. He's fighting a guy who's like 33 years old, a good chunk of years younger, and I just don't know how, if Bivol doesn't get knocked out or hurt early or in the middle of the fight and goes down and stays down, how he loses this fight. I don't see it. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll be surprised and it'll be an upset win. And with that said, I am out. See you in the next one.